Good evening and welcome to the news. I'm Dinesh Trentle. Here are today's top stories. Cambodian King Norodom Sihamoni to hold bilateral meetings with President Draupadi Murmu, Prime Minister Modi in New Delhi today. Home Minister Amit Shah chairs all-party meeting in Imphal today to review prevailing situation in Manipur. VPP President will continue with indefinite hunger strike and wait for the outcome of the deliberations with the government. The government accepts the recommendation of the roster committee by including a discussion on the job reservation policy. The news in detail. The King of Cambodia, Norodom Sihamoni, was accorded the Guard of Honour at the Rashtrapati Bhavan this morning. President Draupadi Murmu introduced Prime Minister Narendra Modi, union ministers and other dignitaries to the King on the occasion. Norodom Sihamoni will hold bilateral meetings with President Draupadi Murmu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi today. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar and External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar will call on the visiting dignitary. The King of Cambodia arrived in New Delhi yesterday on a 3-day visit to India and was received by the Minister of State for External Affairs, Rajkumar Ranjan Singh. The visit is taking place after almost 6 decades, with the last being that of the current King's father in 1963. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has been conducting a series of meetings with all stakeholders at Imphal to resolve the present communal violence in the state. Shah arrived at Imphal last night with officials of the Home Affairs Ministry, including Secretary Home, Director of IB and others. The Union Home Minister interacted with the leaders of 7 women organizations, including women vendors at Raj Bhavan in Imphal early this morning. Later, Shah interacted with leaders of the civil organizations, conglomeration, Kokome and others at the CM Secretariat. Even after the state government agreed to discuss the job reservation policy, the Voice of the People Party President Ardent Miller Basoymoit will continue with his indefinite hunger strike and wait for the outcome of the deliberations with the government. While accepting the invitation of the government, VPP Maulai MLA Bright Starwell Marbanyang said that the stand of the party remains the same. The VPP legislator further informed that they are going to continue with their protest if they are unhappy with the outcome of the deliberations with the government on this issue.
As you know that our party, irrespective of whoever will be in the meeting, we will go as one voice. And so the president will not, possible for him to, and he will continue with this, with the hunger strike until we get a clear, signal from the government.
The Meghalaya government on May 30th has accepted the recommendation of the Committee on the Reservation Roster to extend the terms of reference of the committee to also include a discussion on the state job reservation policy. Chairperson of the committee and Cabinet Minister Dr. M. Ampreen Lingdaw said they wanted to make sure that representation of political parties is balanced to ensure that there is equal representation of all the indigenous tribes of the state. The Meghalaya government has reconstituted the committee to discuss implementation of the roster system and also to hold discussions on the reservation policy. The reconstituted committee, headed by Ampreen Lingdaw, also includes VPP President Ardent Miller Basoymoit. She also said that the next meeting of the committee will be held on May 31st.
All political parties for the states of Meghalaya, we shall then be able to further discuss matters that are relevant.
Member of the German parliamentary Florian Muller, as part of his 5-day visit to the state on Monday, visited the ongoing construction of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly building at Maudiangdiang, New Shillong. The German MP was accompanied by Dr. Adrian Hack, the resident representative to India of the Konrad Adenauer Stiftung, New Delhi, and Elias Marini Schaefer, the head of publications and communications, CAS. The government officials who accompanied the MP during the tour included Chief Engineer PWD Building CB Taryang, Executive Engineer M. Nongplu, and the Architect in charge L.W. Litan. A PowerPoint presentation of how the assembly building will look after completion was presented to the German MP. Later, the MP along with state government officials took a quick tour of the assembly building's right wing. Thereafter, the MP visited the state-of-the-art Shillong International Centre for Performing Arts and Culture building. As part of the International Year of Millets 2023, Health Quotient Inspired on Tuesday organised a special program at Dinet Manik Siem Memorial School, Upnang Thamai, to encourage students, teachers and parents to opt for healthy alternative nutrition. HQI is trying to promote healthy snacking alternatives for students, school children and parents by encouraging them to use products and bakeries made of millet. A slew of activities were organized during the program, including interactions and games with the school children, including the young ones, to explain about the nutritional content and health benefit that one can obtain by consuming millet. The Jaintia Coordination Committee on Reservation Policy yesterday held a sit-in demonstration to pressure the state government to review the reservation policy or face agitation in the future. The sit-in demonstration was participated by the Jaintia Students Movement, Jaintia Students Union, East Jaintia National Council, Sinjuk Wahe Shnong Ri Jaintia and Sinjuk Wahe Shnong Joai under the banner Jaintia Coordination Committee for Reservation Policy. It was held at taxi stands Umolong, Yamusyang, Joai. And now we take a quick look at the weather. The maximum temperature in the morning was 27.8 degrees Celsius with the minimum temperature at 16.2 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity in the morning was 60%, rising marginally to 62% in the evening. The forecast tells us light to moderate rain is very likely to occur at isolated places. Our news bulletin is also available live on our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. In addition to watching on television, viewers may visit the DD News Shillong YouTube channel to tune in to our daily bulletin. And now for a quick look at today's headlines. Cambodian King Norodom Sihamoni to hold bilateral meetings with President Draupadi Murmu, Prime Minister Modi in New Delhi today. Shah chairs all-party meeting in Imphal today to review the prevailing situation in Manipur. VPP President will continue with his indefinite hunger strike and wait for the outcome of the deliberations with the government. The government accepts the recommendation of the roster committee by including a discussion on the job reservation policy. That's all the news we have for you today. Thank you for watching. We'll be back same time tomorrow. Have a good evening.